Day 5 began with an air of cautious determination for the group of survivors. Armed with newfound knowledge about the origins of the zombie virus and the ongoing research efforts, they set out on a perilous journey to secure the materials needed to develop a potential cure. The encampment of scientists had shared valuable data and insights, but they lacked the resources required to produce a cure on a large scale. The survivors had no choice but to venture back into the dangerous and zombie-infested city of New York to scavenge for the necessary supplies. The city streets were eerily quiet as the group stealthily moved through the abandoned buildings and dark alleys. They relied on their wits and survival instincts to avoid attracting the attention of the infected. However, danger was an ever-present shadow, and one wrong move could spell disaster. Amidst the ruins, they encountered other groups of survivors, each struggling to survive in their own way. Some had formed alliances based on mutual trust and necessity, while others had devolved into ruthless gangs, exploiting the chaos for their gain. The survivors learned to navigate this dangerous landscape, knowing that not all allies could be trusted, and some enemies might be potential allies in disguise. As they continued their scavenging, the survivors stumbled upon a medical facility that had been largely untouched. The prospect of finding the vital resources they needed brought a glimmer of hope, but their celebration was short-lived. The facility was guarded by a ruthless group of survivors who had claimed it as their own, viewing any intruders as threats to be eliminated. The group faced a dilemma: retreat and continue their search elsewhere, or risk confrontation for the potentially life-saving supplies. After a heated debate, they decided to take a calculated risk. They would attempt to negotiate with the inhabitants of the medical facility, hoping to find common ground in their shared struggle for survival. The negotiations were tense, with both sides suspicious of each other's intentions. The leader of the medical facility, a hardened woman named Veronica, expressed reluctance to share their precious supplies. She had witnessed countless attempts at alliances turn sour, leading to death and betrayal. The survivors had to prove their sincerity and willingness to cooperate. Amidst the negotiations, Lily, still grieving for her sister's loss, stepped forward with a heartfelt plea. Her vulnerability struck a chord with Veronica, who had lost her own family to the virus. In that moment of shared grief, an understanding formed between the two women. Veronica agreed to provide the necessary medical supplies, but only under one condition: the survivors had to assist her group in fortifying their defenses against a potential attack from a rival gang that had been eyeing their territory. Reluctantly, the survivors accepted the deal, realizing that this could be an opportunity to establish a genuine alliance. They worked side by side with Veronica's group, setting up traps and barricades, forming a united front to defend their shared space. As the sun set on Day 5, the group of survivors felt a sense of unity and hope they hadn't experienced before. They had taken their first steps towards finding a cure for the zombie virus, and in doing so, they had forged alliances based on trust and common purpose. To be continued.